What's up, Buck fans? It is the aftermath on 102.9 The Game, Broad Street South. It is Buck football today, Monday Night Football versus the Eagles. Let's get ready for this preview. Let's do this.
First down goal from the 10. Come on, Bucs. 3:27 to go. McNabb dropping foot. It's intercepted at the 10 to the 20.
He's gone.
Going coast to coast. Rodney Barber to the 50 to the 40. Barber to the 30. Nobody's going to touch him. Rodney Barber 10-5. Touchdown Tampa Bay. A 95-yard interception return. Bucs lead 26-10. Rodney Barber, you need to go to the Pro Bowl.
That's right.
Got him! Got him!
And that is, ladies and gentlemen, Buck fans, you know that is the greatest play in Bucs history. We shut that vet down, and all was good. We went on and won the Super Bowl as we knew we were going to. But what's up? Good evening, folks. You are tuning in to the aftermath on 102.9 The Game, Broad Street South Radio. It is your boy AJ Turnup. My co-host Slick will be here later on. The British guy who's always fly, he is on standby. But this is a very important game already. The Buccaneers are hosting the Eagles. We have a lot on the line. Thankfully, yesterday, with the losses of everyone, with the Saints, the Falcons, the Panthers, the Bucs are in control of their destiny of taking a good lead against the NFC champions. We're going to see what happens. I hope you are all doing very, very well. But let's actually bring on one of our great guests. He is an Eagles fan. He is a part of Broad Street South Radio. I introduce you to our one and only Mr. Angel Martinez.
Listen,
how you doing?
Good. Listen, first of all, let me say hello to Paulie D from DC as you have your megaphone all over the place down here at the bar. And you already got me fired up with that intro, number one. And I'm going to say this much, and I want all the Bucs fans that listen to the aftermath and listen to the Bucs report. The reason why I hate the aftermath is because the intro music. Listen, every single time since I've been listening to you guys from the very beginning, I'm either clapping, I'm dancing, I'm trying to do a booty clap, you name it, whatever it is. I'm just trying to have fun with the music. So your intro, I don't obviously hate you guys. I love it because it makes me move. Even before the show started, it started making me move again. But did you have to bring up Rodney Barber? Did you have to bring up that NFC championship?
Yeah. That's
right. We always do, because here's the thing about the Bucs organization for years. A lot of teams have beaten us, especially during the regular season. But one thing we can always lay our hats on is that the Bucs beat you when it counts the most. And that's what it was. You guys would stay getting us through the playoffs in the early 2000s under the Dungy regime. But then when we brought in Gruden and that defense excelled, y'all beat us the regular season game, and y'all thought y'all was going all the way, and then we just had to shut the vet down. That was a historical moment. But Angel, thank you for joining us. How are you feeling right now about your team overall against this Bucs team? Like, what is your thoughts?
So a lot of the media, obviously, and you're talking about the 9th ranked defense from the Bucs, 16th ranked defense right now from the Eagles at this point, early on this, into this week here. It's week 3. Am I going to go around and beat my chest? And there's a ton of Eagles fans, don't get me wrong. I did a live set down there in Clearwater yesterday. We had a lot of fun with it. Next door to us at Frenchie's, there were Bucs fans, and you can hear them like on the other side of the fence, like, oh, look, it's cute. They're doing the Eagles chant. We were hearing all that, and it's fun because that's what you end up doing. But am I completely sold as an Eagles fan and following the team and covering the team as much as I possibly can? Am I sold this is going to be like some landslide? We're coming into Raymond James Stadium and we're going to take over the entire house. We may, as far as a fan base. Is the team going to produce? We've seen this team start either slow. And when I mean slow, it's like your lawnmower where you go from turtle to rabbit. We've gone the whole turtle route and we try to get the rabbit, but the rabbit finally comes out towards the end of the game. So am I sold by what the media is saying? It's going to be a walkover, the Bucs, what all the videos have been saying out there. The Eagles report just saying they're going to walk all over the Bucs. Baker Mayfield has proven himself the first 2 weeks here as we're going into week 3. Say whatever you want about Baker Mayfield. And I used to tell the guys this on another show that will talk about the Steelers. I think Cleveland made a huge mistake by letting go of Baker Mayfield. Now, the blessing and the curse in it is that the Bucs picked him up. Kyle Trask, no offense, bro. Just keep being the backup because you have not proven a whole bunch that you are the starter. You made some strides, but you're just not there. But at this point, am I convinced that we're just going to come in there and it'll be a 21-point game, a 34-point game, the way some people are calling it? This could come down to an actual field goal at the very end of it. And it worries me because if you take a look at the last 2 trips that we've made here to Raymond James Stadium, it has not bode well for the Eagles. And if you guys go back, one Deshaun Jackson that used to be a former wide receiver, and who's your other guy that likes to showboat himself that he's not here anymore, but I love him to death, your former quarterback? First pass right out of the gate, right? Went 50, 60 yards. So The one thing that the Eagles take for granted is the Bucs defense. Bucs defense right now on the outside looks completely solid where they're barely giving you yardage. Now, the Bears, yeah, they were a fun team. You guys took care of business. You should have taken care of business. It would make no sense if you guys didn't. But when it comes right now down to this game, it's going to come down to a matter of inches because I'm not counting out the Bucs whatsoever on this one. And I'm not saying it because I live here now. I'm a transplant from Philly. I've been watching what the Bucs have been doing. So I'm not going to go out exactly what the entire media has been saying. As I've been watching this defense from the Bucs, it is absolutely no joke. And I'll give them the absolute respect. That's why they're the 9th ranked defense. Who knows after tonight, if they beat the Eagles, could they move up to 6th or 7th? It could be a possibility watching what New Orleans and what the Ravens did. So it could be a possibility there. But to me right now, this Bucs defense has probably been even better than when Tom Brady was here. It was definitely a step up this year. Again, I will give all the props in the world to the Bucs because it has been a big step up. For us as well, defensively this year, we obviously made some trades. We made some good pushes. Obviously, in the draft, we did really well. So it's going to be a matter of, like I said, it's going to be a matter of inches. Now, Mike Evans situation, that's going to be like the Jersey Shore. It is going to be a situation because Mike Evans, and I will say this, like I used to say about Dak, pay the man. It makes no sense that the Buccaneers have allowed all this time to go by and you're not paying Mike Evans. What on God's green earth are you thinking? Because there's going to be 28, if not 27 other NFL teams that are going to be waiting saying, okay, Bucs, y'all don't want to do this? We got it. Don't worry. Here's an open checkbook. Pay Mike Evans. But to cover him today, and who knows, you guys could have all kinds of tricks up your sleeve saying that we're going to go with the Mike Evans route. It could end up going to the tight end. You guys can have an amazing run game. Right now, the Eagles have been struggling a bit on the run game. On the passing game, yeah, it's been an Achilles heel so far early, but we've seen this with the Eagles before. So I'm expecting a hard-nosed, hard-fought game tonight at Raymond James Stadium. Anybody else that wants to be a homer and say that the Eagles are going to walk over the Bucs, do not be mistaken because both sides of Buccaneers ball right now are actually balling.
Woo! Man, look, dude, you got to give him fire some cannons for that. That was fire. Now that was fire. We got a mail call. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's check this mail call. Hold on. But while we're checking that, Andrew, everything you said is correct. I do like the fact, and I'm going to start just and make this quick with the Baker Mayfield situation. He was on the wrong team with the wrong intentions. Yeah. You're right. The Browns were very overhyped. We know this. OBJ overhyped. Landry overhyped. Coaching garbage. So he's actually on a team that's good, offensively and defensively. He has an offensive coordinator in Canals that believes in him. So that takes him a lot further than what people thought. Now, I want to get to what you were saying because a lot of the Eagles were saying the same thing. Well, it's Baker. Bucs haven't played anyone. But I do want to say this. This is what can happen to the Bucs if they get carried away. Three things. The first two on offense, if you guys run the ball well, Hurts or Swift, the Bucs will be in trouble. The reason why I say that, because with Carlton Davis being out, that leaves us vulnerable on one side. Devontae Smith can go off, or A.J. Brown, no matter, despite the chemistry. So that is a big thing. If we can make Hurts play quarterback, then we have a shot. If we can stop the running game, yes. Now, another thing the Bucs do that's a major Achilles heel, and I hate it, is cushion coverage. We cannot allow to play you guys in cushion coverage too much. Otherwise, Hurts will make you pay because you have the weapons. And a lot of people don't even realize Swift is good in the passing game too. So those are the three things that you guys have if the Bucs do not pay attention. But like you said, a lot of Eagles fans just overlook this defense. You are right. The Bucs defense, the biggest thing that I tell everybody, this is not the Brady regime anymore. Right. That's over. That is y'all biggest weakness is the Bucs offense is still unpredictable. You don't know what to expect from us. You don't know whether we're going to run the ball out, which we should, but with Baker's rollout, being able to maneuver and being able to run, he's not hurt by any means, but he can make you pay. That is one thing that your defense is going to have to work on. That is something that you are going to have to monitor. And again, like I said, now you're right. I predict the score 24-17, Bucs win. But I will say this is a hot take. If the Bucs establish a run game and they get over 105 yards, it will be a blowout to you guys. And this is why I say that. The Bucs have so many weapons on offense to make you pay. If and Bradbury on Godwin, I think that's a very big mistake.
It is.
I think that's a very big mistake, but this is why. It's not because he's going to, even if he neutralizes Godwin, you don't have a corner that can stop Trey Palmer's speed.
Correct.
That is who I think that's going to have a big breakout game tonight, because I don't think the Eagles defense is taking them serious. You guys are going to double Evans. You should anyway. Mm-hmm. If you don't do that, that's just silly. But the Eagles, I think if they come in with the offensive blunders and slow starts that they have, this is the defense. The Bucs defense will make you pay. And the first thing, if you guys cannot establish a run, which the Bucs this defense is designed to stop the run, it will be a long day for you guys. But like you said, if the Bucs, I have a feeling that Bowles is going to play the cushion coverage and try to fill y'all out. If our offense can't match you guys' offense, so this game, whoever offense can play the best is going to win, not just the defense. A lot of people think it's the defense. No, if the Bucs offense cannot match you guys, then the Bucs are in trouble. Then we will be the Brady regime. And hold on, we got Slick in the house. Slick, what's going on? I told you the British guy who flies on standby. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine. I'm enjoying what I heard of the show before I popped on, and speak a little bit of Bucs ball, a bit of a Philadelphia ball as well. So it's a bit of fun for us, you know?
Yes. So I already gave them my spiel. Give me your spiel on what can happen good for the Bucs or what can happen bad for the Bucs.
I think if the weakness to the defense is its passing, is its pass defense. It's always been that case. You know, AJ with the cushion, the infamous no cushion. You know that's going to happen. You know that there's one thing. It's a passing league now. And it doesn't matter how good your DBs are these days, you can't lock down someone all the time. There's going to be times where you're not going to get locking everyone down, and that's where you have the sign of a good passing quarterback, because they'll be able to find that person open and throw them open, or find that person open and deliver them the football. The Buccaneers, I think you just said it best as I jumped on, is Buccaneers offense has to be explosive. It has to be at least be on par with whatever Philly's doing, because if they're not, it could get this Buccaneers team is designed to win with a marginal deficit. The moment it goes 2 touchdowns up, I just don't see our offense being explosive enough.
Agreed.
And we don't know if Dave Canales has the playbook ready, because this will be the first test of his playbook. Like, if let's say Philly goes up 2 scores and the Buccaneers are down by 14, the players on defense probably won't panic, but the players on offense who have a whole new scheme and are not too sure what to do, and obviously in a new coordinator who's not been in this situation before, they might panic and they might throw out plays that are a little bit rambunctious that might feed the Philadelphia defense. So they'll have to be on their P's and Q's and just be on par and match whatever Philadelphia is bringing. Now, that being said, on a good side of things, Buccaneers, they can keep generating pass rush and harass the quarterback, and we're in good stead to continue with that. And I think that's how the Buccaneers' key to victory is they've just got to harass the quarterback to the point that you want to also make him one-dimensional, that he does rely on his feet. One of the things of a criticism of Hurts is when the going gets tough, Hurts gets going with his feet. And you kind of want him to do that because it kind of plays to what you want to do. Now, he's devastating with his feet, but you can't be devastating with you won't win tons and tons of games with that. It's not a recipe for success down the line for a quarterback or for a team down the future. Someone's going to lick you hard, and someone like a Devin White is going to break you in half. We've seen it. He's done it to I don't like running quarterbacks, especially when they don't slide. It stresses me out. I'm like, why are you doing this? Just slide. You've got the first down. What are you doing? I get it's like that mentality thing, but with the quarterback, it's a buttoned up position. You want to be able to slide down, take your next turn of downs, and get out there and have some fun with it.
Facts. And Angel, again, we know you got things to do, so I just want two things. One, I want you to give me your final assessment, and then tell everybody where we can find you at, my man. We like you. Even though you're an Eagles fan, you're an all right guy for us. We rock with you.
That's right. Listen, I love you guys because you guys have been a lot of fun. I've been watching every single episode you guys have. Obviously, it's on 102.9 The Game, and I appreciate that you guys are on there. There's a lot of folks that I will say that are starting to listen in a lot to the Bucs Report, and I think a lot of it is because between you and Coach Slick, obviously, you guys have a great chemistry, and a lot of people enjoy it. They have fun with it, and that's great positive feedback for what I like to hear when it comes to the radio side. On top of the folks internationally are starting to listen in. So don't forget about the folks, just like Coach Slick over there in London, you know, they're listening in. I'm just letting you guys know. But when it comes down to it, and by the way, Constance, thank you for the comment as well. I appreciate it. And you guys can find the episodes on 102.9 FM The Game. You guys can find it on broadstsouth.com. If you click over where it says sports radio, you'll be able to see the schedule and the lineup that we have. It's right now, it's flexing because I got a couple things that are lined up, a couple other shows that are coming on board. One coming out of Houston, that should be a lot of fun. I'll let that announcement go in about another 2 or 3 weeks. But when it comes to the Eagles right now, if Jalen Hurts gets at least 50 yards in the first, you can expect a big explosive game from the Eagles. But if the Bucs can contain Jalen Hurts down to 10 yards by the end of the first half, this might be a whole different Bucs game. Also, I like to say, on top of that, and again, yes, I'm a true Eagles fan, but if the Bucs end up pulling off the win tonight, will the Bucs get as much hype as Coach Prime in Colorado? Because right now it's been quiet. And the Buccaneers have a ton of weapons. Just like AJ said, you guys have a massive explosion of weapons that are out there. But will this then be the spotlight on the Bucs going forward if it ends up happening? So this is going to be a key pivotal game for both teams, both being 3-0. This is going to be a pivotal game, extremely pivotal game, 2-0, excuse me, but a pivotal game for both. So I can't wait to see what happens. Fellas, I appreciate you guys having me on tonight. And I will say this much. If we lose, and the key word is if we do, then I might have to make more appearances here on the Bucs Report because then I'm going to eat crow or birds or eagles at that point in order to get there. But listen, you guys are doing a fantastic job. Coach Slick, you crack me up every single time. You make me laugh. AJ, apparently you're a hit. The bar's down there. That's why I call you DJ Paulie D from DC because you do a phenomenal job. And listen, your fan base, it's amazing. And I'm so happy you guys are over here on Broad Street South, the network. I appreciate it.
We appreciate you, man. Everything that you've done for us. And we just like you're getting us out there, and we don't realize how popular we are sometimes, and we just do our thing, and everything you get is really organic. There's a couple of drinks flowing sometimes as well, especially the post-game shows.
Yeah, that's all right. It's a good thing. I saw the last one. The last one you guys were cutting up pretty good. So especially with the dude, So it's fun to see. But nonetheless, listen, thanks you guys once again. I'm so happy you guys are on board. And AJ, when this is over, check your Twitter X, your DM. Therefore, because it's going to be trash talking night. I'm just putting it out there. It's going to be trash talking night. So I'm going to see exactly what ends up happening. But listen, again, AJ, Coach Slick, thank you guys. And good luck. We're going to see what happens.
Good luck. May the best team win. That's all I can say.
The best team win.
Exactly. It's all right, though. Go Birds.
Go.
Good luck.
We'll see. All right, guys. Appreciate it.
See you, man.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Eagles. Hey. Shout out to 1029 The Game, Broad Street South Radio, and Angel Martinez. Very brave to come on with DJ Paulie D and Coach Slick. I like DJ Paulie D, but I don't know if I like him thinking you're from the Jersey Shore, bro. Hey, real quick, I want to put up, we do have tonight's inactives for the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
So let's get that little graphic up there, because why wouldn't we, right?
Right.
If I can find it. I mean, there's so many features here on the StreamYard. If you guys aren't using StreamYard, you should totally use StreamYard. Anyway, Buccaneers inactive. One surprise, maybe not a surprise, but one bummer. Here we go. We got Servassier, past the Servassier Dennis. Carlton Davis is inactive. Dude, they brought up DeAndre Senat from the practice squad, and all right, you're inactive. Marquise Watts, kind of wanting to see him play sometime. Brandon Walton, don't care. Payne Durham, another rookie, not playing. Khalija Cansey, another rookie, not playing. He's got a sore pinky toe or something. We've got another gentleman down here. I'm going to go grab the Eagles inactive list for you. I just wanted to play the intro music and be an asshole. Now that the boss is kind of not on the show, I can cuss. We didn't get an exact prediction from him, but we did get great analysis. So we'll get a prediction from him in the playoffs when we face the Eagles. Right now, like I told you, AJ, from parts unknown, from planets unknown, from your favorite Buccaneer or Bucs Report shows from glory days, whether that be What's Cooking in the South, Bucs Live. Gosh, I can't name them all. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Rick Hughes. If you don't know much about him, just picture him on a tailgate with a gun and a chewing tobacco in his mouth, and that's a good old North Carolina boy right there. Hey, real quick before I gotta go get these inactive lists. Rick, thank you for coming on the show again, as always.
My pleasure.
I'll leave this for you guys to chew on while I go find this information. This is the barometer. This is the barometer game. Yep. The Eagles are defending champions. To be the man, you got to beat the man. So with that said, you guys, I'm to be really cool here. You guys chop it up for a little bit while I go over here and find the inactives. But let's be honest, it doesn't matter who's inactive for the Eagles. You're at Ray J. There's a pirate ship. Rondé Barber getting his ring at halftime. Baker Mayfield showing up in a Rondé Barber jersey to the stadium today. So, as I said on Twitter, Baker, I think he's one of us. But let me go get that, and you got to chop it up. Again, thank you to Angel Martinez and, of course, Mr. Rick Hughes down there. Now you guys are going to do a three-way, which, well, yeah, weird.
Wait, what did I get myself into?
And look, all I know is, shout out, hey, look.
I didn't say no. I just wanted to know. I was just asking.
We got consent forms. I'll just say this. A lot of people owe me and Rick an apology, and they owe us props. Slick is cool, but everybody else was. What did we say, Rick? Because you brought it up first, and I was inspired. We said Baker is going to be just fine. We told people this. They laughed at us. Remember when we talked about the rollout? We talked about play action. We talked about that he was mobile. We said he's not Statue Brady. But because we were talking about the almighty Brady, we were blasphemous, but we were saying we're talking football, not personality.
Yeah.
Look at us. And what did you always say? You said this in week 1, unpredictability. That is what the offense, the Bucs have against the Eagles right now. The Eagles don't know what the hell to do. I tell people this all the time, Rick. I said, if you think this is the same Bucs team from last year, you are far mistaken.
I agree.
Yeah,
we're rebuilding, so
I said it from the beginning. We will be better this year than last year.
Yes,
now, the truth of the matter is, following up on what the dude said, because he was absolutely correct, this is the measuring stick tonight. Okay, the teams that we've played, they're 0-6 combined. But all you can do is beat them. I mean, that you can't blame us that each of them is 0-3. You can't hold it against us that they're 0-3. Okay, we beat them. What more do you want to do? So we beat them. But the thing is, tonight's the measuring stick. Tonight we find out about the Bucs. And we find out where we're going to be, what we got to look forward to. Whether look. Now I'm the guy who usually comes in, woohoo, yeah, and I'm gonna temper things a little bit here and say a little nervous about tonight's game. Do I think we can win this game? Absolutely. Do I think we're gonna win this game? I'm gonna say probably not. Okay. I'm gonna say probably not. But we can, and if we do, I'm not shocked. And maybe that's just me just trying to temper my expectations so I don't get disappointed because I'm jacked up about this team. Let me tell you something. We're gonna beat the Saints next week. So at worst, we're 3-1 going into the bye. And I'd have been thrilled with that. I mean, the thing is, if we win tonight, if you had said we were going to be 4-0 going into the bye, who would have thought? And I mean,
with a two wins in front of the Saints at that point.
Yes, absolutely. And I will tell you this: running the ball. Look, this is the number 1 rush defense against the number 2 rush defense tonight. We are not going to have a great deal of success running the ball, most likely. But still, run the damn ball, okay? Keep hammering the ball into that line. Keep hammering the ball into the line. When it's not working, keep hammering the ball into the line, and it will pay off in the fourth quarter. So just keep jab, 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 jab. Yes. And then it will pay off later. The key to everything tonight, the key to the whole darn game is Zion McCollum. Whether Zion McCollum can hold up tonight, that's what's going to matter because Carlton Davis is out, Zion McCollum's in, and it all comes down to whether or not he can weather the storm. And if he can weather the storm, we're in for a ball game. Man, this is going to be fun. And if nothing else, there's no Tom Brady, there's no circus in town, there's none of that. And we're still relevant and we're still making some waves. And if we win tonight, we're one of, I believe, only 3 undefeated teams.
Yeah, it'll be us, San Fran, and the Dolphins.
Yeah. And those other 2 are pretty good.
Oh, yeah. No. And I want to piggyback off of what you said. I do think Zion needs to be the hero on defense tonight. But to be honest, I'm going to say this. Whoever offense plays above average will win this game. Hear me out. Both defenses are solid. Somebody's got to get a turnover. That's how it's going to be. And
there you go.
And here's my thing. I hope if Shaq or JTS can get pressure on Hurts, it's over. And this is why I say that. Hurts wants to run that damn ball more than he throws it. I don't care what anybody says. That's his mentality. If we shut that down, because a lot of people think Swift is going to run all over us. I disagree. I think both run games are going to be very suspect. But if this offense, our edge is the Eagles don't know us. You said this already, Rick. They still They only have 2 games of film. They still don't know. Canals can switch this whole thing up. And the simple fact that they have Bradbury on Godwin, that is going to be the edge. Watch my words. Palmer's going off tonight. You know why? They don't have another corner that can handle that speed. And Bradbury, and here's the thing. You put Bradbury on Godwin, now you have to come. Slay is not going to take Evans one-on-one. They're going to have to
I think Godwin's going to be the guy that's going to have the game tonight.
I think Palmer, his speed is going to come into factor. If you look at the Bears game last week, he had plenty of times if Baker looks up, it's a wide open touchdown. Mark my words. Palmer's going off.
If you get that right, dude, I'm gonna give you such major props because if you've got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and you're going Trey Palmer, I mean, and if you get that right,
I learned that from Coach Nick. You always bet on someone who doesn't have nothing worth that's what value. They're gonna double Evans. They know God.
They game plan for the other 2. They don't game plan. They won't press anything in a game plan. And if he can show that a bit of elite talent and just show it off, and he can creep through the cracks and get all these balls, then all of a sudden they've got to completely go, we can't fucking do our game plan. Our game plan's gone out the window because we're working for this.
And if it goes to shit between A.J. Brown and Hurts, there's going to be drama. Watch my words. If there's one play where Brown is open, let's say for a touchdown, and Hurts takes a sack or he throws somewhere else, A.J. Brown is a diva low key. He's gonna say, Hurts, what the hell's going on? And that's gonna mess their chemistry up because you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of Metcalf with Russell. Remember when Metcalf would bitch, but then when he tried to force it to him, turnovers happened. This is what the Bucs. I tell you this right now.
The key to this game, if the Buccaneers to win the game tonight, the Buccaneers have to have a 2 turnover.
I agree. 1 strip sack and 1 interception. And you know who I think is going to be the hero? The surprisingly Izzian. Izzian's going to be that guy. That's another one. They got 2. Look, the Bucs have guys who are hungry. Palmer is hungry. He is due for a breakout game with that speed. Rick, Slick, you know this. There's nobody on this Eagles defense that has the speed to keep up with him. And here's the thing. If Palmer doesn't go off, then Godwin will go off. But I'm going with Palmer.
Slick, I got a question for you.
Go for it.
All the shenanigans in the offseason with Devin White. Talking about wanting to wear green, how he looks good in green, all that, him talking about he wants to go to Philly. All of that we heard all offseason.
Mm-hmm.
I get the feeling Devin White, okay, I love the guy, he's a Buck, all of that, that's great. But he just, my concern is, would he be overhyped for the game tonight? Because he's wanting to prove something, all of that. Is that?
Not necessarily, because he's always been he's that kind of want to prove it kind of guy all the time. He's always kind of been his MO. So I think he sees this as an opportunity and a chance to relish it. He can go and put down a team of this caliber with that defense. He knows that the contracts will come. He's just going to play. And he's now recently come out and started saying things like, I regret what I said.
No, that's what I mean. He's got
the hangover now.
Trying to make up for what he said.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's my concern.
You also got to remember, he's what, early 20s, mid-20s?
No, early 20s. He's still a kid. He's about 24, 25. He's still a kid.
Yeah, but the fact that he popped off at the mouth all offseason tells me he's not disciplined and mature enough. And is he disciplined and mature enough to handle this game after everything he said?
I think this draft humbled him. To be honest, think about it. They drafted people to say, we're going to be fine with or without you, or we will move on with or without you. I think, but the simple fact that he sees that the team is moving in a different direction, and Strick can say this, it's a mentality. When you see that your guys are fighting for you, because if you go back in the Vikings game when Baker ran for that first down, go and look at Devin. He's the one jumping up in the air. He's inspired. Like you said, the circuit for the Brady era is over. Now he says, I can actually be the center guy if I make a play, than me just making a play. They go, well, let's talk about Tom Brady. You're right. The Tom Brady circus is over, and that's not because of him. It's the media circus. Well, so I agree with everything you're saying.
So one more thing I want to throw out, and then I got to run. Just a thought. There are games. They're just every once in a while, a game comes along that's like, all right, this is a moment. Okay, tonight's game is a big moment for the Buccaneers. And what always bothered me, for instance, and I don't want to get off track on this, but with Gerald McCoy, in games like this, I have no memories of Gerald McCoy. Tonight's a game that somebody's got to have a moment that we're going to remember, that we're going to talk about years from now. That this is the kind of game where somebody needs to do something to make us say, dude, remember that game with, right. And to me, this is a nameplate, legend making. Either you start your story, Christian Isian, you cement your legacy as being unreal Levante David. There's what somebody tonight has the chance for us to be talking about that moment, that Monday night game. Remember that Monday night game, that big Monday night game. Tonight's that kind of game where, as we watch it, somebody's either going to step up, or if they don't, but we need somebody to have that kind of game.
Just to reiterate to your point about Devin White, we're bringing our guy Rondé in. He's a lifer. He's been that guy. You've also got next to him, he's got Levante David. So he can see this is what you get if you stay true. You are the guy. You make the plays. You take the contracts. You do the job.
Yeah,
you get it all.
Yeah, and if he can this can be that game for him. Right, this can be that game for him. And AJ, you and I talked about before he ever got named as the Bucs quarterback. We talked about, man, Baker. I'm telling you, Baker. And tonight, man, him showing up in the Rondé jersey and everything that guy has said and done since he got here. Man, what a guy. I mean, you just got to feel like Baker Mayfield's a Buck.
He has that attitude, though. He has that kind of Floridian attitude about him.
Yeah, I feel like he's a Buck. He just has been biding his time to get where he belonged.
Facts.
And it feels right here.
Something about Baker is like, the Bucs believe in him.
Yeah.
The Browns were more about the Browns of let's look prettier.
I'm not even sure what that was.
It was a shit show. That's what it was about. It was a total shit show because it wasn't about the players. It was about making the organization look good. But like I said, Rick, you may be able to believe when you asked me this simple question. You said, AJ, if Baker was on that Bucs team against the Cowboys in the playoffs, who's winning? I had to go back and say, man, he's got a point. A mobile quarterback, you put a defense at risk. That's why I looked at it and I believed and I said, you know what? I believe he's going to be good because, like I said, and I know this is a terrible example, but it works because he's matured. He's a more mature Jameis Winston. The Bucs offense, honestly, with the Evans and all these guys, they were at their best statistically with Winston. But I say mature. He's mature. He doesn't. Right. He knows now. I don't need to be the hero. He knows my defense can be the hero. The Bucs defense. Oh my God, guys! What are you gonna do, guys, if the Bucs defense have? And I'm asking both of you. They get 5 to 6 sacks and they pick them off 3 times. Not once, not twice, but 3 times.
It's to take notice of this game. We're here.
Well, that tonight's game is going to make a statement. All right. And I got to go. But tonight's game is going to make a statement. It's going to make a statement. Okay? Make no mistake. Tonight's game is going to make a statement. Now we're just going to see what that statement's going to be.
All right, Rick. Well, tell everybody where they can find you, man. Please.
On your show,
That's nice and easily done on your show.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you soon, brother.
We always appreciate you. Go Bucks.
You got it. Go Bucs. Go Bucs. Go Bucs.
Damn right. Damn right. And I want to make it quick because I'm going to get myself ready to Slick, but give me your final prediction and your final words.
Okay. I think this is the game where the Buccaneers defense won't be going for 17. It'll be a 13 to 24 game.
I love it. Only reason I say 17
It's a magic number for us right now.
The simple fact magic number and that simple. I feel like Zion might give up one play and that'll get us to 17. But here's the thing. I think, in my opinion, it'll be garbage time points. That's the hot take. The Bucs will be up 24-10, and then they will get a late touchdown, but it will be irrelevant. So that is where I'm going to get myself out here and go watch this game. But guys, again, always check out the Aftermath on 102.9 The Game, Broad Street South Radio. This is real Buck talk. This is a statement game. So the word of tonight is statement. You fellas, always a pleasure. Hopefully I will be back on here with a Bucs victory to talk my shit, or I'll vent. So either way, I'm gonna talk some shit. Fellas, take it easy. God bless and go Bucs.
Go Bucs.
First down goal from the 10. Come on, Bucs. 3:27 to go. McNabb dropping foot. It's intercepted at the 10 to the 20. He's gone. Going coast to coast. Rodney Barber to the 50 to the 40. Barber to the 30. Nobody's going to touch him. Rodney Barber 10-5. Touchdown Tampa Bay. A 95-yard interception return. Bucs lead 26-10. Rodney Barber, you need to go to the Pro Bowl.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Oh yeah, that's what we want.
Hey, we're still alive, huh?
We're still live. Yeah, AJ's checked out. He's got to get snacks. He's got to get his beverages together, and he's going to get ready. So,
Well, should we end this show?
yeah, we'll rock it down on this one, and then I'll do post game within 15 minutes of the game being done.
All right, let's go out with some heavy metal.